Meet the galaxy's top predator. In the vast expanse of space, there was one creature that stood above all others in terms of power and fear. This was the galaxy's top predator, a being known to all as the Tylor. The Tylor was a formidable and fearsome creature, and its very name sent shivers down the spines of those who heard it. The Tylor was unlike anything humans had ever seen. It had sleek, black scales that glistened under the light of distant stars. Its eyes were glowing red orbs that seemed to pierce through the darkness of space. With sharp claws and teeth that could shred through the toughest armor, the Tylor was a perfect killing machine. No one knew exactly where the Tylor had come from. It was as if it had appeared from the shadows of space itself, with no warning and no clear origin. The Tylor traveled from system to system, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. It was known for its ruthless efficiency, never wasting a single move. Planets and ships alike fell before its might. Entire star systems had fallen into chaos when the Tylor arrived. The creature was not just a predator. It was an unstoppable force. In every corner of the galaxy, stories spread of the Tylor's terrifying prowess. The creature was said to hunt not just for food, but for sport, enjoying the fear it instilled in its prey. Entire fleets of ships had been dispatched to try and capture or destroy the Tylor, but none succeeded. The predator always outsmarted and outmaneuvered its enemies, leaving them in ruins. The reputation of the Tylor grew with every victory. It was said that the predator could sense the fear of its prey, which only made it more dangerous. The mere sight of the Tylor's ship was enough to cause panic among those who saw it. Spacefaring civilizations began to take extreme measures to protect themselves, building massive defenses and evacuating entire planets in an attempt to avoid the predator's wrath. Humanity, too, had heard the tales of the Tylor. The stories reached Earth, and people were both fascinated and terrified. The Tylor was often depicted in movies and books, its image becoming a symbol of ultimate power and terror. No one believed that humans would ever have to face this apex predator. It was considered a problem too great for them to handle. Then one day, the unthinkable happened. The Tylor's path led it directly toward human space. It was as if the predator had set its sights on Earth and its colonies, driven by some unknown goal. The news spread quickly, and a wave of panic swept across human settlements. Cities prepared for the worst, and scientists and military leaders scrambled to come up with a plan. The Tylor's arrival was marked by the sudden appearance of its massive, dark ship in the sky. The sight of it was enough to freeze anyone who saw it. The ship was enormous, its surface covered in sharp, metallic ridges and glowing red lights. It seemed to hang in space like a dark omen, a reminder of the fearsome creature within. Despite the growing dread, humanity was not without hope. The Tylor's reputation had been built on its victories over less advanced civilizations. Humans were determined to prove that they were different. They had technology and strategies that had yet to be tested against such a powerful foe. The stage was set for a confrontation that would determine the fate of both humanity and the Tylor. In the quiet moments before the storm, there was a mix of fear and resolve among the people. They knew that the coming days would test their courage and ingenuity. As they prepared for the inevitable clash with the galaxy's top predator, they clung to the hope that they could turn the tide. Little did they know that this encounter would change everything, revealing the true nature of both the predator and the humans who faced it. The Tylor's legend had brought fear across the galaxy, but it was about to face a challenge unlike any it had ever known. The outcome of this encounter would not only determine the fate of countless lives, but would also rewrite the story of the galaxy's most feared predator. Humans faced the predator. The arrival of the Tylor in human space was met with widespread panic. News of the predator's ship appearing on the edge of the solar system spread quickly. People across Earth and its colonies were terrified, knowing that the legendary creature known for its destructive power was now so close. At the United Earth Command, leaders and military experts gathered for an emergency meeting. The room was filled with tension as they looked at the holographic projection of the Tylor's ship. The massive, dark vessel loomed over the display, casting a shadow over the hopes of everyone present. General Maria Torres, a seasoned military leader, addressed the room with a steely gaze. "We know that Siler's reputation. It's taken down entire fleets and destroyed planets, but we cannot let fear control us. We need a plan, and we need it now." Dr. Alex Chen, a brilliant scientist and strategist, spoke next. "Our sensors have detected that the Siler's ship is equipped with advanced technology. We've never seen anything like it, but we do have one advantage. Our technology is not as far behind as it once was. We've been working on new defensive systems and weaponry that might give us a fighting chance." The team worked tirelessly to develop a strategy. They combined their efforts, creating a plan that used the best of their technology and tactical expertise. They decided to use a multi-layered defense approach, combining shields, automated drones, and newly designed weapons to counter the Siler's superior capabilities. As the Siler's ship drew closer, Earth's defense systems were put on high alert. The people of Earth and its colonies could only wait and hope that their preparations would be enough. They braced themselves for what was sure to be a monumental battle. The day of the confrontation arrived. The sky above Earth was filled with the sight of the Siler's massive ship as it approached. The atmosphere was thick with anxiety, and people gathered to watch the spectacle, their eyes fixed on the dark silhouette in the sky. Human fighters and defense crafts were deployed, flying out to meet the Siler's ship. The space above Earth was soon filled with the sounds of engines roaring and ships maneuvering into position. The human forces formed a defensive perimeter, ready to engage the predator. As the Siler's ship came into range, it began its attack. Powerful beams of energy shot out from the ship, targeting human defenses and spacecraft. The human forces responded quickly, their new weapons and shields coming into action. Explosions lit up the sky as the two sides clashed in a fierce battle. Despite the humans' best efforts, that Siler proved to be a formidable adversary. Its attacks were precise and devastating, and it seemed to anticipate every move the humans made. The battle was intense and brutal, with both sides taking heavy losses. In the midst of the chaos, a small group of human fighters managed to slip past the Siler's defenses. Their goal was to get close to the Predator's ship and launch a surprise attack on its weak points. They navigated through the wreckage and debris, determined to turn the tide in their favor. The Siler's ship was heavily damaged, but it continued its relentless assault. The humans had managed to inflict significant damage, but the Predator's resilience was proving to be a significant challenge. The battle was far from over, and both sides fought with everything they had. As the fight continued, it became clear that the humans' determination and resourcefulness were their greatest strengths. They adapted their tactics on the fly, using their technology and teamwork to their advantage. Slowly but surely, they began to push back against the Predator. The clash between humans and the Siler was more than just a battle. It was a test of will and ingenuity. The humans faced their greatest challenge yet, but their resolve remained unshaken. They knew that the outcome of this battle would determine not only their survival, but also the future of their place in the galaxy. The confrontation with the Siler had begun as a seemingly impossible fight, but the humans' bravery and innovation were proving to be powerful assets. As the battle raged on, one thing became clear: the humans were not going to give up easily. They were ready to face whatever the Predator had in store, fighting with everything they had to protect their world and their future. Predator's threat to humanity. As the Siler's ship loomed closer, the threat to humanity became clearer. The Predator's reputation was not just a tale, it was a chilling reality. The creature's arrival marked the beginning of a new era of fear and uncertainty for humans across the galaxy. The first signs of the Siler's threat were seen when the Predator's ship unleashed its advanced weaponry on the outer colonies. These colonies were small and less defended, making them easy targets. The Siler's attack was swift and brutal, leaving no time for the inhabitants to react. In a matter of hours, entire colonies were reduced to ashes. News of the devastation spread quickly. Videos and reports of the attacks were broadcasted across every channel, showing the destruction and despair left in the wake of the Tyler's assault. The images were shocking and hard to believe. Buildings reduced to rubble, and once thriving communities now lifeless. The sheer scale of the destruction was overwhelming, and it left people across Earth and its colonies in a state of shock. The Tyler's ship did not stop with the outer colonies. It advanced toward more heavily populated areas, causing even greater panic. The massive vessel moved with an eerie calm, as if the destruction it wrought was nothing more than a routine task. People scrambled to evacuate, their lives turned upside down as they fled from the Predator's path. In the United Earth Command, leaders faced a grim reality. They knew that the Tyler's ship was heading toward the heart of human space. The cities and planets that were now in danger were densely populated and vital to human civilization. The potential loss was unimaginable. General Maria Torres, who had been leading the defense efforts, addressed the public with a heavy heart. "We are facing a threat unlike anything we've ever seen. The Tyler's power is immense, and its intent is clear. We must do everything we can to protect our people and our homes. We are not alone in this fight, and together, we will find a way to turn the tide." The message was meant to reassure, but the gravity of the situation was undeniable. Scientists and engineers worked around the clock to strengthen defenses and develop new strategies. The Tyler's technology was advanced, and understanding it was crucial to finding a way to combat the Predator effectively. In the meantime, the Tyler continued its relentless advance. The Predator's ship moved through space like a dark cloud, casting a shadow of fear wherever it went. Reports came in of its destructive power, energy blasts that could cut through the strongest shields, and shockwaves that sent entire fleets tumbling. Each new report added to the growing sense of dread. As the Tyler's ship approached Earth, the urgency of the situation reached its peak. People everywhere felt the fear and uncertainty. The atmosphere was thick with anxiety as everyone awaited the next move. The once bustling cities were now on high alert, with defensive measures being put in place and emergency protocols activated. The government organized mass evacuations, focusing on getting as many people to safety as possible. Ships and spacecraft were dispatched to transport civilians to safer locations. The evacuation efforts were chaotic but essential. Families were torn apart as they were separated by the rush to escape, and the sense of loss and fear was palpable. The Tyler's ship finally arrived at the edge of Earth's orbit. Its size and power were even more imposing up close. The Predator's ship hovered in space like a massive, menacing monolith, ready to unleash its fury on the planet below. The humans' defenses were put to the test. The advanced weaponry and shields they had developed were their last line of defense against the Predator's overwhelming power. The Tyler's ship began its assault, and the battle for humanity's survival commenced. The threat posed by the Tyler was not just a matter of physical destruction. It was a challenge to humanity's spirit and resilience. The Predator's attacks were a stark reminder of how vulnerable humans were in the vastness of space. But even in the face of such overwhelming odds, the resolve to protect their world and each other remained strong. As the confrontation loomed, humanity faced its greatest test. The Predator's threat was a harsh reality, but it was also a call to unite and fight with every resource and ounce of courage they had. The battle to defend their home and ensure their future had only just begun. Humans planned their defense. As the Tyler's massive ship loomed closer, the urgency to prepare a defense plan reached a critical point. The United Earth Command called together the best minds in science, engineering, and military strategy. They knew they had to act fast and come up with a plan that could withstand the Predator's overwhelming power. In the command center, the atmosphere was tense. The room was filled with screens displaying data and projections of the Tyler's ship. General Maria Torres, who had been leading the defense efforts, stood at the head of the table, her face a mask of determination. "Time is running out," General Torres said, addressing the team. "We need a defense strategy that can hold off the Tyler. It's not just about fighting back. It's about surviving. Dr. Alex Chen, a top scientist and strategist, stepped forward. We've analyzed the Tyler's technology as much as we can, but it's clear that their ship has capabilities we haven't seen before. We need to adapt our approach. The team worked quickly to devise a plan. They decided to use a multi-layered defense strategy, combining several advanced technologies to create a robust shield against the Tyler's attacks. The plan included the following key elements. Energy shields. The engineers worked on enhancing the energy shields surrounding Earth and its colonies. These shields were designed to absorb and deflect the Tyler's powerful energy blasts. The goal was to create a protective barrier strong enough to withstand the Predator's assaults. Anti-ship drones. A fleet of automated drones was developed to act as a first line of defense. These drones were equipped with powerful lasers and missiles designed to target and neutralize any incoming threats from the Tyler's ship. The drones would create a barrier around Earth, intercepting attacks before they reached the planet. Advanced weaponry. Scientists and engineers worked on new weapons specifically designed to counter the Tyler's technology. These included plasma cannons and railguns capable of piercing the Predator's ship. The weapons were intended to be used in coordinated strikes to weaken the Tyler's defenses. Counter tactics. The strategists devised a plan to outmaneuver the Tyler's ship. They planned to use a combination of decoys and surprise attacks to confuse and distract the Predator. The idea was to exploit any weaknesses in the Tyler's tactics and create opportunities for counterattacks. The team's plan was ambitious, and there was no guarantee of success. However, it was the best option available given the circumstances. The preparation was intense, with everyone working around the clock to implement the plan. The military forces trained rigorously, and the technology was tested to ensure it would work as intended. As the Tyler's ship approached Earth, the defensive measures were put into place. The energy shields were activated, creating a shimmering barrier around the planet. The drones were deployed, forming a protective screen in space. The advanced weaponry was readied, and the counter-tactics were set into motion. The general and her team took their positions, watching as the Tyler's ship drew closer. The tension was palpable, and everyone knew that the coming hours would be critical. The defense plan had to work if humanity was to survive the Predator's assault. When the Tyler's ship finally engaged, the energy shields held strong against the initial blasts. The anti-ship drones swarmed around the Predator's vessel, firing their lasers and missiles with precision. The advanced weaponry was used to strike back, targeting the weak points in the Tyler's ship. The battle was fierce and chaotic, with both sides exchanging powerful blows. The Tyler's ship was not easily deterred, and its attacks were relentless. However, the human defenses held firm, and the counter-tactics began to show results. The Predator's ship was forced to adjust its approach, and the humans took advantage of the opportunity. Despite the intense pressure and the immense power of the Tyler, the defense plan provided a glimmer of hope. The humans' determination and resourcefulness were evident in their fight. As the battle raged on, it became clear that the outcome would depend on how well they could adapt and respond to the Predator's relentless attacks. The plan to defend against the Tyler was a testament to human ingenuity and courage. The defense efforts were not perfect, but they were a crucial step in the fight for survival. As the battle continued, the humans' resolve remained strong, and their commitment to protecting their world never wavered. The turning point. The battle against the Tyler's ship had been raging for hours. Earth's defenses were holding, but the struggle was far from over. The Tyler's relentless attacks tested every part of the human strategy. The energy shields glowed brightly as they absorbed powerful blasts, while the anti-ship drones buzzed around the Predator's ship, launching missiles and lasers. Despite the impressive defense, the situation was still dire. General Maria Torres paced nervously in the command center, her eyes glued to the holographic displays showing the status of the battle. "We need a breakthrough," she said to Dr. Alex Chen, who was analyzing data on a nearby console. Dr. Chen looked up, his face showing both exhaustion and determination. We're getting closer to understanding the Xylor's weaknesses. Their ship has a central core that seems to be the source of its power. If we can target it effectively, we might be able to turn the tide. The idea of targeting the core gave the team a new focus. The central core was heavily shielded, but it was the key to the Xylor's power. With this new information, they began to adjust their tactics. The human forces decided to execute a high-risk maneuver. They would deploy a special team of pilots to fly deep into the heart of the Xylor's defensive perimeter. Their mission was to get close enough to the Predator's ship to deliver a concentrated strike on the core. The pilots knew the danger but were determined to carry out the plan. As the special team prepared for their mission, the battle outside continued with intense ferocity. The Xylor's ship unleashed a devastating wave of energy blasts, causing heavy damage to the human defenses. It seemed as though the Predator was on the verge of breaking through. But just as hope was fading, the special team launched their attack. The team of pilots, led by Captain John Harris, flew their spacecraft through the chaos of battle. They dodged incoming fire and navigated through the wreckage of destroyed drones and damaged ships. Their goal was to reach the central core of the Xylor's ship, a task that required precision and bravery. As they neared the core, the pilots encountered fierce resistance. The Xylor's ship's defenses were formidable, with energy shields and weaponry designed to repel any intruders. Captain Harris and his team engaged in a high-stakes dogfight with the Predator's drones and fighters, their ships weaving and darting through the firestorm. The special team managed to breach the outer defenses and get close to the core. With their targeting systems locked on, they fired a barrage of powerful missiles at the central core. The concentrated attack struck the core with incredible force, and the results were immediate. The Xylor's ship shuddered as the core was hit, and a massive explosion erupted from the center. The explosion was a turning point in the battle. The shockwave from the blast caused severe damage to the Xylor's ship, disrupting its systems and causing its attacks to falter. The energy shields around the Predator's vessel flickered and began to fail, and its weaponry grew erratic. The human forces seized the opportunity. With the Xylor's ship weakened, they launched a coordinated assault, targeting the Predator's remaining defenses and systems. The anti-ship drones, which had been holding back, now moved in for the final push. The advanced weaponry fired with renewed intensity, aiming to exploit the vulnerabilities created by the explosion. General Torres and her team watched as the tide of the battle shifted. The Xylor's ship, once an unstoppable force, was now struggling to defend itself. The Predator's attacks became less coordinated, and its ship's movements were more erratic. The humans pressed their advantage, driving the Xylor's forces back. The turning point was a testament to human ingenuity and courage. The special team's daring mission had delivered a decisive blow to the Predator's ship, altering the course of the battle. The humans had managed to hold their ground and fight back against the seemingly invincible Xylor. As the battle continued, it became clear that the humans had regained the upper hand. The Xylor's ship was now on the defensive, and the Predator's once feared power was beginning to wane. The turning point had given humanity a glimmer of hope, proving that even in the face of overwhelming odds, determination and teamwork could make all the difference. The outcome of the battle was still uncertain, but the humans had shown that they could stand up to the galaxy's top predator. The fight was far from over, but the turning point marked a crucial shift in the battle for survival. The Predator's transformation. The battle against the Xylor had reached a critical juncture. The humans had made significant progress, pushing back the Predator's forces and striking a major blow to its ship. But even as the Xylor's ship weakened, something unexpected began to happen. Inside the dark confines of the Xylor's vessel, the creature that had once been an unstoppable force was undergoing a profound change. The explosion that had damaged the ship's central core also triggered a series of reactions that set off a transformation in the Xylor itself. The Xylor, a being of immense power and fearsome appearance, started to exhibit strange and unsettling behaviors. Its once steely gaze was now filled with confusion and agitation. The creature's black scales, which had always been a symbol of its strength, seemed to shift and change. The predator's body grew tense, and its powerful muscles rippled with nervous energy. Dr. Alex Chen, who had been monitoring the Xyler's ship from the command center, noticed the changes in the predator. "Something is happening inside the Xyler's ship," he said to General Maria Torres. "The data shows significant fluctuations in its energy readings and a strange pattern in its life signs." General Torres frowned as she studied the holographic displays. What could be causing this? Could it be a reaction to the damage we inflicted? Dr. Chen nodded, his face reflecting concern. "It's possible. The explosion might have triggered some kind of defensive response or transformation within the Tyler. We need to be cautious." As the battle continued outside, the Tyler's transformation became more pronounced. The creature's once unyielding exterior began to show signs of distress. The glowing red eyes, which had been a symbol of its predatory nature, now flickered with an unsettling mix of fear and anger. The Xyler's ship, still reeling from the damage, started to emit strange energy waves. These waves seemed to affect the predator itself, causing it to undergo a transformation that was both physical and psychological. The predator's powerful limbs, once used for destruction, now trembled with uncertainty. Inside the command center, the human team closely monitored the changes. The scientists and strategists analyzed the new data, trying to understand the nature of the transformation. "It's as if the Tyler is undergoing a metamorphosis," Dr. Chen observed. "The damage we cause might be disrupting its normal functions and pushing it into a state of instability." The transformation of the Tyler was not just physical. The creature's behavior became erratic and unpredictable. It began to react to the battle with a mixture of aggression and confusion. The once disciplined predator now seemed disoriented, its actions lacking the precision and control it had displayed before. Despite the growing sense of instability, the Xyler's ship continued to fight back. The predator, though struggling, still had formidable power. The energy waves emitted from the ship created powerful shockwaves, adding a new layer of danger to the already chaotic battle. The humans, aware of the unpredictable nature of the Xyler's transformation, adapted their tactics. They focused on exploiting the predator's newfound weaknesses, using the disruption to their advantage. The once fierce opponent was now vulnerable, and the humans pressed the attack with renewed vigor. As the battle raged on, the Xyler's transformation became a symbol of the predator's vulnerability. The creature, once seen as an invincible force, was now struggling to maintain its dominance. The transformation highlighted the fact that even the most fearsome adversary could be shaken by the right combination of strategy and determination. In the midst of the chaos, the humans continued their assault. The transformation of the Tyler presented an opportunity they could not afford to miss. The predator's ship, now more chaotic and less coordinated, was increasingly unable to mount an effective defense. The Xyler's struggle was evident in its failing attacks and erratic movements. The once mighty predator was being pushed to its limits, and its transformation was a testament to the impact of the humans' resilience and ingenuity. The battle was far from over, but the Xyler's transformation marked a turning point, revealing the cracks in the predator's seemingly invincible facade. As the humans continued their fight, they knew that the transformation of the Tyler was a sign of their growing success. The predator, once a symbol of unstoppable power, was now facing its greatest challenge. The outcome of the battle remained uncertain, but the Xyler's transformation had shifted the balance, giving humanity a glimmer of hope. Building trust. In the aftermath of the intense battle with the Xyler, the focus shifted from immediate survival to rebuilding and forging new paths. The Xyler's defeat had not only marked a significant victory for humanity, but also opened doors to unexpected opportunities. The creature, once a terrifying adversary, was now in a state of flux, and the humans faced a new challenge: how to navigate this new reality and build trust where none had existed before. General Maria Torres and her team were acutely aware of the significance of the moment. The victory over the Xylor had come with its own set of complications. The Predator, though defeated, was still a powerful and formidable being. The next steps needed to be handled with care to ensure that the peace achieved was not temporary but lasting. Dr. Alex Chen, who had played a crucial role in the battle, was tasked with the responsibility of leading the diplomatic efforts. His knowledge of the Xylor's technology and behavior made him the ideal candidate to understand and negotiate with the Predator. "We need to approach this carefully," Dr. Chen said during a meeting with General Torres. "The Xylor might still pose a threat if we don't handle the situation well." The first step in building trust involved understanding the Xylor's current state. The creature had been severely injured and was recovering in a secured facility. Scientists and medical experts worked diligently to ensure that the Xylor was stable and not a danger to itself or others. The focus was on creating an environment where the Predator could heal while minimizing any potential risks. During this period, the humans also focused on communication. They established a system to send messages and signals to the Xylor, trying to convey their intentions clearly. The goal was to demonstrate that the humans were not enemies but were willing to work towards a peaceful coexistence. One of the most challenging aspects of building trust was addressing the fear and resentment that lingered among the human population. The Xylor's attacks had caused significant destruction and loss. General Torres and Dr. Chen knew that gaining public support was essential for a lasting peace. They held press conferences and public forums to explain the situation, emphasizing the need for diplomacy and understanding. In these meetings, they presented the Xylor not as a monster but as a being capable of change. They shared information about the Predator's transformation and the efforts being made to ensure that the creature was not a threat. The aim was to shift the narrative from one of fear to one of hope and opportunity. The Xylor, for its part, responded to these efforts in its own way. Though initially wary and confused, the Predator began to show signs of trust. It observed the humans' actions closely, noting their attempts to communicate and their efforts to provide care. The Xylor's behavior gradually became less hostile, and it started to interact more openly with its caretakers. Building trust also involved addressing the Xylor's needs and ensuring that it was treated with respect. The Predator was provided with food, medical attention, and a safe environment. The humans worked to understand the Xylor's needs and preferences, showing that they were committed to a peaceful and respectful relationship. Over time, the Xylor's response grew more positive. The Predator began to participate in interactions with the humans, showing curiosity and engagement. This change in behavior was a promising sign that trust was being established. The Xylor's willingness to cooperate marked a significant shift from its previous stance of aggression. General Torres and Dr. Chen recognized the importance of this development. Building trust with the Xylor is a crucial step in ensuring long-term peace, General Torres said. It's not just about ending the conflict. It's about creating a foundation for future interactions. As the Xylor began to show more trust, the humans continued their efforts to strengthen the relationship. They engaged in dialogue with the Predator, seeking to understand its perspective and needs. This approach fostered a sense of mutual respect and cooperation. The process of building trust was not without its challenges. There were moments of doubt and difficulty, but the commitment to creating a lasting peace remained steadfast. The Xylor's gradual shift from a feared enemy to a cooperative partner was a testament to the power of understanding and diplomacy. In the end, the efforts to build trust proved to be a success. The Xylor, once a symbol of fear and destruction, became a new ally. The experience taught humanity valuable lessons about conflict, reconciliation, and the importance of approaching even the most challenging situations with empathy and respect. The journey from mistrust to cooperation had begun, paving the way for a future where different beings could coexist and work together towards a better tomorrow. In the end, the efforts to build trust proved to be a success. The Xylor, once a symbol of fear and destruction, became a new ally. The experience taught humanity valuable lessons about conflict, reconciliation, and the importance of approaching even the most challenging situations with empathy and respect. The journey from mistrust to cooperation had begun, paving the way for a future where different beings could coexist and work together towards a better tomorrow. From enemy to ally. The transformation of the Xylor from a feared enemy to a potential ally marked a dramatic shift in the galaxy's dynamics. The battle that had once seemed like the end of humanity's fight was now evolving into a new chapter of cooperation and understanding. The process of turning a powerful predator into an ally required patience, strategy, and a genuine commitment to peace. General Maria Torres and Dr. Alex Chen led the efforts to solidify this newfound relationship. They knew that for the alliance to be successful, both sides needed to see the benefits and possibilities of working together. Their focus was not just on immediate security, but on building a foundation for a lasting partnership. One of the first steps was to formalize the relationship with the Xylor. This meant creating agreements and protocols that outlined the terms of cooperation. Dr. Chen and his team worked on drafting these documents, ensuring they addressed both the Xylor's needs and the concerns of the human side. The agreements included provisions for mutual defense, sharing of technology, and collaborative research. The Xylor, now more engaged and less hostile, participated in the discussions. The Predator's representatives, who had once been the agents of destruction, were now involved in dialogues about peace and cooperation. This change was not just symbolic, it was a tangible step towards building a new relationship. In addition to formal agreements, General Torres and Dr. Chen focused on building personal connections with the Xylor. They arranged meetings where members of both sides could interact and learn about each other. These meetings were designed to break down barriers and foster mutual respect. The Xylor's representatives shared their culture and history, providing insights into their values and way of life. In turn, the humans shared their own experiences and goals. One significant moment in this process was a joint mission where humans and Xylor worked together on a research project. The project aimed to develop new technologies that could benefit both species. Working side by side on a common goal allowed both sides to see the value of their partnership and to appreciate each other's strengths. The mission was challenging but successful. The collaboration led to significant breakthroughs, demonstrating the potential of their alliance. The shared success helped to build trust and solidify the relationship between the two species. As the relationship grew stronger, both sides began to see the practical benefits of their alliance. The Xylor's advanced technology complemented human innovations, leading to new advancements in various fields. The shared knowledge and resources opened up new possibilities for exploration and development. The humans also made efforts to integrate the Xylor into their society. They provided support and resources to help the Predator adapt to new environments and ways of life. This included helping the Xylor understand human social norms and integrating them into various activities and projects. The transformation from enemy to ally was not without its challenges. There were still moments of tension and disagreement, but the commitment to the alliance remained strong. Both sides learned to navigate these challenges through open communication and mutual respect. One notable example of this commitment was a joint defense operation where the humans and Xylor worked together to address a new threat. The operation was a test of their collaboration and showed how far they had come. The success of the operation strengthened the alliance and demonstrated the effectiveness of their partnership. The journey from enemy to ally was a remarkable achievement. It showed that even the most formidable adversaries could find common ground and work together towards a shared goal. The experience also highlighted the importance of perseverance, understanding, and mutual respect in overcoming conflict and building lasting relationships. As the alliance between humans and Xylor continued to grow, the future looked promising. The collaboration opened up new opportunities for exploration, innovation, and peace. The once feared predator was now an integral part of a new era of cooperation and progress. The transformation of the Xylor from a powerful enemy to a valued ally was a testament to the power of diplomacy and the potential for positive change. It was a reminder that even in the face of great challenges, there is always the possibility for growth and collaboration. The alliance marked a new beginning, one where different species could work together to build a better and more inclusive future. Reflection and future. As the dust settled from the epic battle and the subsequent transformation of the Xylor, humanity found itself at a crossroads. The alliance with the once feared predator had become a reality, and the world was beginning to reflect on the journey that had brought them to this point. The future, now filled with possibilities, required careful consideration and planning. General Maria Torres and Dr. Alex Chen took a moment to reflect on the changes that had occurred. They stood together in the command center, looking out at the bustling activity below. The facility where the Xylor was being cared for had become a symbol of the new era of cooperation. "It's hard to believe how far we've come," General Torres said, her voice filled with both pride and contemplation. "Just a short time ago, the Xylor was a threat to our very existence. Now, they are part of our future." Dr. Chen nodded in agreement. The transformation of the Xylor was not just about changing their stance. It was about changing ours as well. We had to move from seeing them as an enemy to recognizing them as a potential partner. It was a significant shift, and it required a lot of courage and open-mindedness. The process of building trust and collaboration had been challenging, but it had also been deeply rewarding. The successful integration of the Xylor into human society had proven that even the most formidable adversaries could become allies through understanding and cooperation. The joint projects and shared successes had demonstrated the potential of their alliance. Looking ahead, both General Torres and Dr. Chen knew that the future would require continued effort and commitment. The foundation had been laid, but there was still much work to be done. The goal was to ensure that the alliance with the Xylor was not just a fleeting achievement, but a lasting and meaningful partnership. One of the key areas of focus was the ongoing collaboration between humans and Xylor. The two species had already made significant strides in sharing technology and knowledge. This collaboration had led to advancements that neither side could have achieved alone. Moving forward, the focus would be on continuing this collaborative spirit and exploring new areas of research and development. Education and cultural exchange were also important aspects of the future. Both sides had much to learn from each other, and fostering mutual understanding was essential for a successful partnership. Educational programs and cultural initiatives were being developed to promote greater awareness and appreciation of each other's traditions and values. Another crucial aspect was addressing the concerns and fears that lingered among the human population. The Xylor's transformation from enemy to ally had not completely erased the scars of the past. It was important to continue efforts to build public trust and ensure that the alliance was embraced by the broader community. General Torres and Dr. Chen recognized that the journey ahead would not be without its challenges. There would be obstacles to overcome and setbacks to address. However, they were confident that the lessons learned from the battle and the subsequent alliance would provide a strong foundation for navigating these challenges. The future also held the promise of new opportunities. The alliance with the Xylor opened doors to exploration and collaboration on a scale previously unimaginable. The combined efforts of humans and Xylor could lead to discoveries and advancements that would benefit both species and the galaxy as a whole. As the reflection on the past and planning for the future continued, General Torres and Dr. Chen remained optimistic. The journey from enemy to ally had been a remarkable one, and it had demonstrated the power of diplomacy, resilience, and cooperation. The alliance marked the beginning of a new chapter, one where the potential for growth and progress was boundless. In the end, the story of the Xylor and humanity was one of transformation and hope. It was a reminder that even in the face of great adversity, there was always the potential for positive change. The future, with all its possibilities, was a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the power of building bridges across even the greatest divides. As General Torres and Dr. Chen looked out at the horizon, they were filled with a sense of anticipation and excitement for what lay ahead. The path forward was clear. continue to build on the successes achieved, address the challenges, and work together to create a future where cooperation and understanding were at the forefront of their shared journey.